Welcome to Rick's Corner, brought to you by Old School Labs, the brand I trust and the only one I put my name to. Use my code drasin12 on the link below.
Welcome to Rick's Corner. The man, the myth, the legend. Now on with the show.
Alright, welcome to Rick's Corner. I have a question about training, and I wanted to know what you people think about it. Would you rather train alone or would you rather train with a partner? Now, it's really kind of strange because there's a double-edged sword there. When I first started working out, I worked out with a group of guys in high school and we didn't know what we were doing. We had no clue. We go to the YMCA and whatever thing was available we do, like first of all bench presses. We always did that because that's what people normally do when they start working out. Hey, let's go use the bench press and see how much we can lift. There was a squat rack and we avoided that, so that didn't happen. And then of course you're doing curls and you're doing triceps and stuff like that, but not anything major than pull downs. That was pretty much the basic exercises. And then I started training alone for a while because the guys I went with seemed to drop off. They didn't want to, I don't know, I was in high school and they just really lost interest in it because it's hard work. When you think about going to the gym and lifting weights, it's hard work. I used to tell people everything you pick up you got to put back down again. So what's the point of picking it up if you're going to put it down? But you know, the results are good, and if you hang in there you'll get good results. You're putting a demand on the muscle has to meet the demand and it has to grow, and then you're shaping it. Well, as time moved on, I picked up a couple of training partners, and I liked it because we'd compete against each other and we'd push each other, and you know, sometimes they'd show up and sometimes they didn't, but nevertheless I'd show up. And then when I moved down to Venice and down to Gold's Gym, I trained with quite a few different people down there. I trained with Schwarzenegger, I trained with Draper, Ed Giuliani, Bill Grant, and some other people that would come in from time to time. And if they found out you were doing a certain body part, they'd say, oh, let me work in with you and we'll work chest together. Well, that always worked out well because they were enthused, I was enthused, and so we'd work a body part together. And then when they weren't there, I'd go by myself. Now, for the past, oh my God, I don't know, 10 years, 15 years, I haven't had a training partner. I go to the gym, I do my own thing, and I leave, and I prefer that. The reason being is half the time they don't show up. They get busy talking to somebody across the gym, so they forget that you're over there doing a set, and they waste your time, and you're in there for a longer time than you would be if you trained alone. I don't care about pushing heavy weights, so I don't need a spotter. If I need a spotter, I'll ask someone to spot me. 100% of the time they will, but I'm not trying to push that heavy weight anyway. I just want to get in, get out, and do my workout. So to have a training partner for that's not really necessary. I mean, I go set to set to set, 10-second rest between sets, maybe 15 seconds, and I get a better workout, and I'm in the door and out the door in 45 minutes. Now, if I train with somebody, it's going to take me an hour or better to get in and out that door. Not that I have to rush anywhere, I just don't want to spend all my time in the gym. But I see people coming in training together. I see groups, my gym, maybe 3-4 guys at once, and they're cracking jokes and yelling and running around and talking, and I can get done with one exercise is 5 sets, and they're still on their first set of one exercise. I think, God, that's such a waste of time. I mean, get in here and work hard and get out if you want results. And of course, those are the people who don't get results. I see them packing on all this weight. One guy's standing on the leg press, he's got it loaded up. The other guy's pushing really hard, about 2 inches. No wonder you're not getting any results. First of all, the weight's too heavy, you're not getting any movement out of it. You don't need the guy standing on there just because you have an ego. So I was curious what works best for all of you, and I think that if you narrow it down to what you want, and if you want results, you're better off on your own, because you can get in there, you can push hard, and you can leave. If you're going to find a training partner, find somebody who's reliable, that's going to be there when you are, not going to be a half hour late or an hour late or whatever, and they want the same goal you do, and then you'll have pretty decent results. Keep them motivated about sets and reps, and keep them motivated about their diet, because that's the big key right there. If you're going to go eat with them after, make sure you pick a place where you can keep your protein high, because that's so important. Well, I also found that if I miss a day or two, where I used to go crazy if I didn't get to the gym, that if I miss a day or two, it's okay, because maybe I needed that rest anyway, and I probably did. And that seems to work out okay, better than I thought it would. I was talking to somebody about that. I said, oh man, I can't miss a workout. I'll lose muscle. No, you don't lose any muscle. You could take a week, 2 off, you won't lose a thing. In fact, if anything, you'll gain. But even if you do take time off, make sure that you continue to eat the right way, even when you're off, because your muscle needs that nutrient in order to grow and get bigger, and rest and get bigger and grow. So don't just, if you don't train for a week, just don't go off your diet and go crazy, because then again, you got to go back and pump up the volume on that again. You can train with another guy, you can train with a girl. Nowadays, I see a lot of couples training together. I see a lot of boyfriends with their girlfriends come in and they train together and they hit everything, and they do it pretty well. You know, the girls are actually almost in better shape than the guys. They train harder, they put more into it. I think they feel they have more to prove, and they get the results that they want. I mean, they train hard. Back years ago, you hardly saw any women in the gym. They went to health spas and, you know, got pampered, and they didn't put any effort into it, and then they go out to lunch with the girls and have cocktails. But not nowadays. Nowadays, the young girls I see in the gym are training really hard. They're training, especially legs. They hit legs really hard. So I'm happy to see that. I'm happy to see that that's how it is today. I'm still a little bit unsure about people who come in the gym and sit down next to me on a machine, put their headset on and right on their phone instantly. Oh, I'm looking for music. Okay, do you need music to train? No, you need to train. Back in Joe Gold's gym, there was no music. He didn't allow it, and it's not necessary. And if they play music in the gym like they do over here, someone says, oh, I can't stand that music. You know what? I don't even hear it. I don't even listen. If you're focused on your workout and you're focused on what you're doing with your reps, you don't need to hear anything. Just focus on what you're doing. And if you have a training partner, make sure that he's not talking to somebody else behind you when you're working out and not paying attention, because it will be distracting. You got to have someone who focuses on you, and you do the same thing for them. Anyway, that's what I wanted to talk about, the training partners or training alone. The other thing about going alone, for me in the morning, sometimes I have a couple of emails to take care of and I can't get there exactly at the time I would, and I might be 30 minutes later, so I don't have anybody waiting on me, and that's okay too, because then I can just do my own thing and leave. Alright guys, I just wanted to tell you about that, and I hope that your workouts are doing well. I hope you keep watching my show. I have Miss Olympia Corey Everson coming on, I think, in about a week or two. I just spoke to her yesterday. So that should be interesting with her workouts and what she did to win the Olympia contest. And she was in awesome shape. If you want anybody else, just send me a request. No, I can't get Arnold. I've tried over and over and over again, and he just doesn't have the time to do stuff like this. Frank Zane never even answered me. So there are those people that they just won't do it for whatever reason. It's not a matter of friendship. It's a matter that with Arnold, he lives halfway across town, the beach, and I'm out in the valley now, and it's not an easy job to get out here. It's like a lot of traffic and a long drive. But I'll keep working on it. All right, guys. See you next time. Stay tuned for more in Rick's Corner. Hey, Rick's Corner fans. You know, I always give you the straight shoot on everything. I never pull back or give you false information. So I want to tell you something about money and taxes, because it's an issue right now in this world. If you have a tax problem, or you know somebody who has a tax problem, and maybe you already had a visit or a notice from the IRS, what does it mean? And what can be done? And is there help? Tax Defense Partners will immediately protect you and resolve your tax debt down to the lowest amount allowed by law. Don't fight the IRS alone. Every day you delay, you're accumulating interest and penalties, and boy do they add up. You will be shocked if you ever looked at the total over a period of time. Tax Defense Partners have successfully resolved thousands of cases. Why not become one of their success stories? Give yourself some peace of mind and call Tax Defense Partners now at 800-600-4300 and tell them Rick sent you. You want to save some money. Hope you enjoyed the video brought to you by Old School Labs. Use my discount code DRASIN12 on the link below at oldschoollabs.com. Hey everyone, now you can have the Gold's Gym logo drawn by me, the artist Rick Drasin. Personalized and made out to you and signed by me to frame and put on your gym wall or wherever you see fit to do so. It's a piece of bodybuilding history. It will never be duplicated again. It's the largest selling icon t-shirt logo in the world, and I'm the guy that drew it, and I will draw it for you. Just go to my website, rickdrasin.com, and order there. You can pay through PayPal, and it'll be sent out right away. And be sure to watch Rick's Corner for all the videos on bodybuilding, nutrition, fitness, pro wrestling, and anything that suits your interests as far as getting physically fit and being the best you can be from the golden era of bodybuilding.
equalizer, baby. See you next time.